because I have a funny feeling this show is going to fly, and that is a fact. All right, so looks like Fantasy Gold's on the way up. We had 3 or 4 announcements this week for Fantasy Gold. Fantasy
Busy
Gold,
week.
Yeah. Fantasy Gold is just catching fire, brother. Being the number one crypto for fantasy sports, and and being the first crypto to hit Las Vegas. Others may say they are, but everybody knows the truth. I mean, Goichi and all the top gamers in the world know the truth. So Fantasy Gold right now is flying. It's a bear market, and Fantasy Gold still withstanding and standing tall there. I love it, man. So other than that, like I said, welcome to the Draft Daily Fantasy Show with Chris and Jay, and let's go over Week 4 prep. And hey Chris, let's talk about last week.
What's not?
I cashed.
Nice.
I cashed.
Hey, I saw you won the tournament on Draft Daily, right?
Yes.
Was that with one of the lineups we built on the show? Okay, I was just curious. I didn't get a chance to check it out. I was just curious because we did build a Matt Ryan stack last week.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, I cashed on every site.
Nice.
Everybody's complaining now because I'm whipping everybody's ass. Did you see them all in the chat? You can, man, the best place to be for information and for anything is our Discord, the Fantasy Gold Discord. The link will be in the description when I repost the video. So check out everything Fantasy Gold has to offer, Draft Daily has to offer. All right, well, I guess other than you being a little sour about last week.
I had a bad week last week. Latavius Murray and Ebron dropped in 2 touchdowns. It just basically destroyed my week. So I'm ready to move on. There's a lot of the shows I listen to say this is a forward-thinking show. So
I was 48 points away from first. So
damn, nice.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to kill it this week too. So I hope you're ready.
Let's do it. Let's get in there.
Well, last week we did the team by team, and it took us forever. So let's just go back to the players.
How about we do this? How about we do each of the positions, and then maybe at the end we talk about a couple stacks we like.
Yeah, and then we can go into the teams depending on the time. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, you would have start. I want to let you start with quarterback this week.
All right. Quarterback ownership wise this week, it's going to be really spread out. I think. Couple guys at the top, Andy Dalton and Matt Ryan, and potentially Deshaun Watson probably are going to be the 3 highest owned. But even them, I wouldn't worry about it. It's one of those weeks where you play the quarterbacks you like, don't really worry about ownership too much. Couple that I really like, I just gave you 2 chalky ones I really like, Dalton and Ryan, and then one of the ones that I think we talked about earlier that I think is going to be quite a bit contrarian that no one's going to play is Ryan Tannehill. The games this week set up a little weird. It's not quite a few of the high scoring offenses are on the island games, the Thursday night, Sunday night, and Monday night games. So the main DraftKings slate on Sunday that does not include the Sunday night game. It's a little bit, I don't know, it's a little bit weird this week. It's hard to really kind of focus in on a couple of teams. Like there's no Kansas City, so there's one game that really stands out above all the rest, and that's Cincinnati at Atlanta. Atlanta's defense is just super banged up. They lost another guy this week or last week, and it's just a prime spot for Cincinnati. That's really why I like Dalton. But I've also seen a lot of people talking about the Cincinnati offense. So overall, it's probably going to be pretty chalky. I would expect Boyd and AJ Green to be chalky as well, but that's all right because sometimes that works. So Dalton's probably one of my favorite plays. And then, like I said, Matt Ryan is the other one on the other side of that game. Obviously, can't play both in the same lineup, but when you're building multiple lineups, look at doing that. I also think those guys are good in cash. I don't see why not. And then, like I said, I like Tannehill because I think that Miami New England game, even though the total isn't that high, I don't know. There's something about Miami and New England when they face off, weird things happen, crazy things happen. And I just feel like this could be a week where New England, coming off a bad loss to Detroit last week, you don't see Brady and Belichick lose bad twice in a row. So I think they're going to come out hot and on fire, and Tannehill's going to have to keep chucking to keep up. So those are three that I really like. Sorry if I stole one of yours, because I'm picking kind of chalky when it comes to quarterback this week. Just like I said, I think the ownership's going to be really spread out. So kind of like
I picked chalk.
At quarterback, maybe. The rest of the way, you've been pretty contrarian. But like I said, it doesn't really matter with quarterback. Most weeks it doesn't. It's one of those things. Pick the guys you like the best at quarterback, and then build around there. So, what are your thoughts?
I like Brian, and I like the Big Red Machine, Dalton, and Rivers. I like Stafford. I like Baker Mayfield, and I like Deshaun Watson. But man, you're not going to believe who I'm leaning on real heavy this week.
Who's that?
Freaking Eli Manning. So Eli Manning is who I'm big on this week. I'll do a stack with Eli and Odell Beckham and Barkley. Eli Manning, I just think, is going to be the one with his price and everything. I think he's going to be real good. Rivers and Ryan and Dalton and Stafford and Baker Mayfield and Watson. I'll do some lineups with all of them in it, but I'm going to tell you, dude, I love Eli Manning, Odell Beckham, Saquon Barkley against that terrible Saints defense.
Yeah, Saints, you're right. That's the other game that's got a pretty high total this week, besides the Atlanta-Cincy game, that Giants-Saints game, and I think you're right. I have heard a lot of people talking about Eli. I don't have him too high ownership-wise, under 5% probably. And it's good to note that Evan Ingram, their tight end, is out in that game. In the past, last year when he was out, Sterling Shepard saw a considerable bump for the games that he was out. I think that a lot of people realize that, and Shepard's is really cheap on all the sites, so I think he's probably going to end up being pretty chalky. I think he could be a good cash play. I actually think you could play Eli in cash as well this week. He's pretty cheap, and he lets you do a lot. He opens up a lot of salary cap for some of the more important positions, some of the less variant positions. Quarterback's one of those positions in cash you generally want to pay down for. The range of outcomes for quarterbacks is quite a bit smaller than the range of outcomes for the rest of the positions. So even if you don't pick the top quarterback, you're usually not hurting yourself too much. So I like the Eli pick too.
Yeah, well, I'm just hoping everybody stays on pace here, and I hope everybody looks at this Cincinnati and Atlanta game, and I hope that's where all the percentages are going.
This is a big thing this year. It's something those of us have been playing for a long time have done for years, especially when you're playing a lot of lineups like I do, is game stacks. But for instance, the Millie Maker on DraftKings, a game stack has won the Millie Maker, I think all three of the first 3 weeks. Basically, when I say game stack, you're basically taking 4, 5, 6 players from the same game and putting them all into your lineup.
It would have happened again if last night's game was.
If you're exactly right, I was thinking about that today. You were totally
it would have
right.
happened again.
That was so much fun last night. I know we didn't talk about it yet, but
it might have been for you. It wasn't for me.
What a game! I just as a football fan, it was fun. Yeah, it really was
fantastic. And it's funny to see. You think St. Louis's defense is really good, and then you see what the hell Buffalo do to Minnesota last week.
Yeah.
And then the one that sucked last week offensively comes out and freaking looks like, one of the best offenses in the league. And then the best defense, I would think St. Louis would be, at least top 3 defenses in the league. They come out and let them score all these points. So I'm like, holy crap. It's always good. That is a fun thing to see.
Yeah, that was fun.
That's all I have for quarterback.
Right.
Now, one thing I will tell you guys, and Chris, look, man, this doesn't mean I don't like Tom Brady. I always like Tom Brady, period. There's not a week of the show I will say I don't like Tom Brady. I might not mention his name, but I'm telling you, I always like Tom Brady. You cannot go wrong with Tom Brady. Sure, he had a terrible week. Okay, fine, whatever. Do you think he's going to have a terrible week this week against Miami? You're nuts in your head. He's probably going to throw 4 touchdowns minimal against Miami. You just don't know who he's throwing to. That's the problem. You know, Josh Gordon. Is it Logan? Is it Gronk? Is it? I mean, it's like, hello. Is it White? Is it? I mean, who is it? That's the problem. Phil Dorsett. Who is it?
I'll tell you one thing. It hasn't been Hogan this far this year.
Yeah, well,
my best ball teams, my season-long teams are suffering because of that one. But yeah, you're right. Brady's any week can be Brady's week.
Yeah. And you know what you're going to get out of them normally. All right, well, let's move to running backs. I know for a fact I think I'm way different than you this week, so I would like you to start this too.
Okay. Well, until he wound up on the injury report today and is questionable to go, I was really high on Chris Carson. After getting 34 touches last week, I just think Seattle's just they can't pass because the offensive line is just so bad. And they can't just let Russell Wilson just keep getting beat every game. So what did they do last week? They just handed the ball off 35 times. And so, yeah, I was really on him. I may still be on him. I'm going to pay attention to the injury reports and read up on some news and see what's really going on there. I was surprised to see him as basically a game time decision Sunday. So, other one I like a lot, Alvin Kamara. I know that's chalky, but it's basically this is going to be your last chance to get the 30-plus touch Alvin Kamara because Ingram's coming back next week, which means those goal line sets are going to include him and most likely not Kamara. And so this is your last chance to really get in on Kamara. My one other one I know is the same as you, so I'm going to I'll save him for you. But the one other one I really like this week because I think no one's going to go to him is James White. I think that Sonny Michel has taken over like the lead back responsibility there in New England with the Burkhead news, with Burkhead being out for the season and Jeremy Hill being out for the season. New England's down to just Michel and White. And here's my thing. Bill Belichick, when you think they're going to go one way, almost every time Bill Belichick goes the other way. And you watch Sonny Michel's going to get like 5 carries this week, and James White's going to end up getting 15 targets. It's just it inevitably, everybody thinks it's going to be Sonny Michel getting all the handoffs this week. They're probably not even going to hand the ball off. It's just the way New England works, and I like to take advantage of that when I can. And I'm going to be all over James White this week.
Do you know that clown is averaging like 3.4 yards a carry?
Is he really?
Michel.
Is he really?
Yeah. I'll call him Michel because that's what he runs like a girl.
He looked bad last week.
Dude, he averages 3.4 yards a carry. So I'm with you with White, dude. I think White's pretty good. I mean,
yeah, I have him like about
never 10%. Has over like 50 yards rushing. That's my only problem with him.
Yeah, you're right. In PPR though, in DraftKings and DraftDaily scoring, where it's point per reception, that pays off. It really does with these pass catching running back.
17 points right off the jump.
So, in as for cash games, I'm playing Kamara. I mean, he's 20 points. He's almost 20 points guaranteed. And I mean, you almost can't make a cash lineup without him. Even at he's like net priced at 9,600. I don't care. It's still
what was his usage last week?
It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. Hold on,
it's probably going to be the same this week.
It probably is. He had 16 carries and 20 targets. Yeah, right. And 15. He caught 15 of those 20. So what is that? He had 15 receptions and 16 carries. So that's what 31.
He's 31
touches last.
He's on the field 100.
You know what? I think they might have had him out there for punts too. So I actually think he had more than 31. I think he had like 33 or 34 touches last week.
Oh my God, dude!
I know, it's nuts. That's why I said you're not going to get that when Ingram comes back. I mean, you might, but it definitely lowers the chances. So get in where you can this week because it's your last week of fun with Kamara. That's my thoughts there. So what do you think?
I think that somebody's tried to call me. I think that Kamara's good. He's awesome. I mean, I just don't. And what's his usage going to be, dude? I don't know, man. It's going to be way up there.
It is. I think it is. I think it's going to be just like it was last week, or I don't know if quite that much, but I mean, if you're talking anything over 25 touches, you don't get that from that many guys in the league. You really don't. So it just volume is king in fantasy. So the more opportunity your guys have to score, the better off you're generally going to be. So
yeah, I just I don't. The problem is he's not the type of player that I could fade. That's the problem, because
scary to fade him.
Yeah, and I wish he was, because his ownership percentage is going to be real high. So if he strikes out, you're already set up in good shape.
Yeah, I am about 20 plus 25%, probably more in a range of 30. Somewhere in that range. So yeah, he's going to definitely be pretty high owned. But you know what? Last year the play was jam in David Johnson and jam in Le'Veon Bell. Even at 30% ownership, they were in the winning lineups like multiple times last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's okay. And if you're building for tournaments, it's okay to put a couple of chalky guys in your lineups. You just can't play all chalky guys, because if you play all of them, other people are also doing that. A lot of other people.
His price is high though, dude. Kamara.
It really is. And that's what'll keep
9,600.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what'll keep his ownership down a little bit. If he was in the 8,000, like 85 to 8,900, he would be like 50% owned probably.
All right. Well, before I do my running backs, I need to ask you a question. Maybe you'll have an answer for this. How does Ertz go from 6,100, right, to 6,800, back to 6,600? Well, I don't understand. I mean, I know where the algorithms come from, and most of the players make sense, but there's a few that make no sense. Price-wise adjustments, and that makes no sense how you go from 61 to 68 to 66. It makes no sense whatsoever, dude. Talking about Ertz.
I think he went up last week because Wentz came back, and I think Wentz and him are like tight when it comes to correlation.
Yeah, they are, and that's why did the price go back down again? Because Wentz did hit him last week.
Yeah, maybe because Tennessee's defense is good. I know the algorithms. I know the pricing algorithms. After a certain point in the season, I thought it was after week 4, but maybe it's after week 3. They start adjusting the pricing for strength of the opponent.
Yeah.
So maybe that has something to do with it. But you're right. That is kind of odd to see him, because he really, I mean, you look at him last year, he was 68, 68, 66, 69, 68. I mean, he was the same price every week every week. And this year, it's really, you are right, that is kind of odd.
It is. Yeah. I mean, I understand the algorithms and everything, and I know how the players move up and down. But there's a few I noticed that just make no sense, and it's weird. But let's go to running backs. Man, I like Kamara too, dude. I can't see it.
You can't go away from him this week.
I know you can't, because even if he doesn't get rushing yards, he's
20 targets last week. Granted, they went to overtime, so that adds a little bit, but still.
People are gonna laugh at me, man. I think I'm gonna have David Johnson in every lineup I'm in. Period. I'm throwing the dice. I'm rolling the craps on David Johnson.
I'm okay with that, dude. I'm okay with that.
His price is 6,600. They have now the quarterback they have. If they had, I don't know, dude. I'm like kind of thinking of Fitzgerald Johnson quarterback stack here. Sneaky little play. Quarterback they got now can run, dude.
Josh Rosen, you might get it. One thing about these rookie quarterbacks is their progressions, they haven't quite gotten down the right way to read the field yet. And a lot of times they end up checking down. And that means either to the running back who's, been blocking and then broken free on the play, or the tight end who does the same.
Or you're all pro wide receiver.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Fitz is just old. Sorry.
All right, well, whatever. But let's go.
I played a whole bunch of Fitz last week thinking, oh, this is going to be sneaky. No one's going to play him.
I think it was still hurt.
Totally burned me. I think he was.
Yeah.
I think he still is. He still might be. I know he hasn't practiced much this week. But he's one of those guys you never know with him because they don't make him practice anyway because he's been in the league for such a long time. They're like, you can just sit this one out.
Well, yeah, do that with all the they do it with Julio Jones.
Yeah, Julio.
A ton of players every week. Okay, so I got Saquon Barkley. Man, this cat is good, dude.
Yeah, that's funny. He's another one I have on my list that I skipped.
He is good.
I like that.
And I like Ezekiel Elliott too. I like him a lot, man. And I just wish he caught out of the backfield, man.
I know, me too. They might have to. That Dallas offense looks abysmal right now. They need to do something different. So.
And I like Bernard, but you just hit me with his usage. His usage rate is going to be pretty high.
Yeah, he's going to be somewhere between like 30 and 40%, maybe even more than that.
You know what I do with players like that and a player like Bernard, because he's not Kamara. He's not. I'm going to take this pen and I'm going to go to Bernard, and I'm taking him out of every lineup I'm in.
Here's the thing, and I know this is broken record right here, but we've been talking about this for 3 weeks now, and it's worked every week. Atlanta's defense gives up receptions to running backs. It's the way their scheme is designed, that underneath middle of the field type of pass is always open. And it is held true the last 3 weeks. If you look at the running backs they faced, it was Kamara last week. He got 20 targets. So, I mean, yeah, so it's and everybody else knows this. This has been talked about, every week that goes on, it's getting talked about by more and more people. So it's not a secret anymore that Atlanta is terrible against pass catching running.
Well, guess what? So. I'm still taking them all. I'm not using them in anything. So if I'm going to roll the dice here again, and if he scores over 21 fantasy points, then oh well. But I got another guy here I think can put up some juicy points. I like Carlos Hyde, bro.
Okay, that's funny. We're on all the same guys this week. Actually, I got him checked off here on my list.
This is based off of price and what I think game script and what I think he's going to do. So I like Carlos Hyde. Now, we were talking and we both like White. Man, I love this cat Breida, dude. But you just informed me. We go over some stuff before the show, and I knew he was injured. I just didn't have I didn't look at it since yesterday. This cat Breida is good, dude. For his price, if he's playing, he is good. My favorite player. You're gonna kill me when I tell you this. This is my favorite, dude. I love Kenyon. I love Kenyon Drake.
That game, that's the one game, man. That's the one I kind of circled that game like it's mid total. You guys know by now. I like those mid total games. I like taking the games that are like the 2 or 3 highest over under totals, Vegas over unders, and then looking below those ones, because that's everyone at least in DFS, they look at the Vegas totals every week, and almost everyone's going to target the games at the very top. But you're only losing a couple points off the games that are a little bit lower than those, and the chances of shooting out are just almost as high. So
it may burn me, dude. Drake might burn me. I mean,
you'll have that.
I'm ready to roll the dice on him this week against New England. I don't know what the hell's going on at New England. Their defense is atrocious.
Is New England's time finally up, or is Brady? Are they just going to come back and start blowing people out?
Yeah, because they're going to have the best offense in football.
Once Edelman gets back?
Probably. Look, if I know the Patriots, and I do know the Patriots, they're going to watch what happens next week.
When Gordon gets healthy, too.
Yep, Gordon's all of a sudden 100% healthy, and then they get Edelman back, and then look the frick out.
Yeah.
Look, 79,000 people got knocked out of Survivor Pool last week with Minnesota. I haven't.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't picked New England, dude, because I know from next week on out, if I can get past this week, which I picked the Chargers, if I can get past this week from here on out, bro, I can pick New England any week I want almost and win. So I'm like, yeah. But yeah, that's it. That's what I got. I got Drake.
I got two more quick ones for you, and I'll talk about these again at the end of the show. And these are strictly stacking guys that I'm going to stack with defenses. That's Jordan Howard and with Chicago's defense, and it's Leonard Fournette. If he plays, he's a game time decision right now with Jacksonville's defense. A lot of times when you're building DFS lineups, it's smart to stack a running back with the defense that is of the same team, because if it's a low scoring game, generally means they're playing ball control. The running back's getting more touches, more carries. And if the defense is playing well, you're playing from ahead, which means you're going to run more. So there's always a lot of correlation between a starting running back and a defense. So yeah, I like both those stats.
You know what? I'm sick of Jordan Howard. And you know what I say to him? I got 2 words for Jordan Howard. This is
the week for Chicago. I'm actually going to play. I'm gonna dip my toe in the Mitch Trubisky.
Watch again. Well,
I had him week 2. You had him last week, and he burned both of us. So here we go. Now it's my turn again.
The same crap happens. You project Jordan Howard to have 24 carries, 111 yards, and a touchdown or 2. And what happens? Here comes sneaky Tariq Cohen out of nowhere. Gobble, 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 gobble. I'm sick of it. Screw you, Jordan Howard. That's all right. I'm done with Jordan Howard. Never again. Learned my lesson, man. Never again. I won't even mention him the rest of the year.
Right.
Unless Tariq Cohen gets hurt. If Cohen gets hurt, I'll get back on Jordan. But if Cohen's freaking healthy, Chicago, you could do Jordan Howard, you dirty dog. Every time I don't play this guy, he scores like 24 points.
Yeah.
And every time I do, this rat scores like 12 points. Oh, it agitates me. But okay, we're done with that.
All right. I'll let you lead with receiver here.
All right. Well, I do mostly stacks. So most of my games are stacks. I love, I like Watson also. I'm just worried about his usage. I like DeAndre and Will Fuller. I also, on Chicago, I like Allen Robinson a lot. I think this is the week for him to.
Mitch Trubisky's been just zeroing in on him. Like it's bad because Trubisky's literally just staring him down every play. But at the same time, it means he's going to get a lot of looks.
Yeah, and I like Stills, and I like me some Odell Beckham. I don't like Odell Beckham's price, but I don't know why he's still priced so high. It pisses me off. I mean, it makes me upset, dude. Like, why is Odell Beckham's price still way up there?
Because he's Odell Beckham.
I know. I like Keenan Allen. I like him this week, though, Odell. I like Keenan Allen. I like A.J. Green and Boyd. It's too bad, I was touting Boyd up, and now Boyd's ownership percentage.
Yeah, he's going to be probably 30. He's going to be probably 30% plus.
Well, we could take it like this. Hey, everybody knows I was on Boyd, dude.
Yeah, you were on that one. I like John Ross, and we see how that's worked out so far this year.
Well, hopefully Drake will give you returns. Like, that's my pick this week, Kenyon Drake, just this week. But I like Boyd. I like Julio.
I think Julio's going to not garner a ton of ownership this week. He's been burning people left and right. Because when you put a guy like Julio in your lineup, you're sacrificing a lot of price. So
Calvin Ridley had a bunch of targets.
Well, yeah, Calvin Ridley. I missed that. I missed the Calvin Ridley boat last week.
I didn't. I had him. And Boyd. That's why I cashed.
I didn't have any Ridley. I had a little teeny bit of Ridley, not enough though. He's going to be pretty high owned, I think, this week too, being that game is the one everyone's going to focus on.
Yeah, I had Tannehill and everything last week.
I feel like Ridley's going to
regress.
I feel like he's garnered. The defenses are going to pay attention to him now. They're going to try to, they may even double team him at certain points. I think Calvin Ridley's 3 touchdown
They can't afford to do that.
Could actually be good for Julio. So we'll see.
The odd man out is Miguel Sano.
Yeah,
he's the odd man out.
Mohamed Sanu, yeah.
Yeah, Mohamed Sanu. He's the odd man out, man. I mean, they threw. He got some targets at the end. Dude, the first half, he was like not even there. He was just lined up. So other than that, I like Ridley and Jones. I was looking. We always do our homework and everything. And check this guy out? We got time. Check out Geronimo Allison on Green Bay. Check this cat out. You're gonna love this.
Yeah, I actually have him on my list of targets this week.
Do you see his averages?
Well, and Cobb might not play this week too. After
even with Cobb,
described worst game.
Look at that guy's averages, man. He averages 10 fantasy points a game or more every week, dude, consistently. And his price is cheap as dirt.
Yeah, I like him. Yeah, no, he could be a sneaky good play this week. I think for me, a couple of the guys I'm going to target. I really like the Chargers pass catchers this week. I know you mentioned. I mean,
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Allen.
Yeah, you mentioned Allen already. I really like Mike Williams. Allen was a little banged up this week with practice. I think I saw something about it was something to do with his tooth, maybe. So it may not even be football related. But I really like Tyrell Williams and I really like Mike Williams. Mike Williams probably more. He seems like he's kind of come out as the second receiver that Rivers is looking for. And they are what's their total? Let me see. I think they have the highest implied. They're tied with Atlanta for the highest implied team total of 28.5. So Vegas expects the Chargers to put up a lot of points this week. I haven't heard too many people talking about the Chargers, so that might be a sneaky play.
A good stack.
Yeah, and then the other one I really like, we were talking about him off the air.
Oh, wait. That being, we're talking about the Chargers. We have to. Neither one of us said Melvin Gordon as a running back. And there's a reason that the reason that I did not say Melvin Gordon's name at running back is because the 49ers are actually okay when defense against running backs. They're not the worst, but more importantly, you can see it, man. This Austin Eckler cat, dude, it's more and more and more every week.
Yeah, he does. You're right. He keeps getting more market share, but I think they're just Melvin Gordon. He's still getting his too. That's the other thing. So it's like they're just trying to give him a break almost. But Eckler's been doing really well too. That's the other thing.
He's fast.
He's not bad. He is really fast.
I was watching his runs.
Yeah, he must have. I didn't see much of that game last week. It looks like he must have broke when he had 4 for 47, three targets and 3 receptions.
He's like Darren Sproles. He's bigger than Darren Sproles. I'm telling you, wait till you see this guy, man. I'm going to tell you, if you want to watch fun running backs, it's Alvin Kamara. And it's Saquon Barkley.
But he's pretty awesome.
Got fun running backs that nobody talks about. It's Breida and Eckler, dude. Them two have wheels and can motor, man. Breida too, dude. He cuts. I'm telling you, that cat's good. Hey, Ravens, Baltimore Ravens. Hello, wake up. Stop playing around with the goofy guys we got and go get Matt Breida from San Francisco. I'm sure they'll give it for a second round pick right now today.
That's great. I love it.
So there's a little shout out to the Ravens.
Okay. I got two more guys that I actually like in cash if you're looking for some lower priced cash guys. Number one is Quincy Enunwa. He's just become Sam Darnold's just go-to guy. He's his security blanket. We were saying usually it's a running back or tight end. It's not in New York. It is definitely Quincy Enunwa. So he's going to get that. He's got that nice kind of floor where he's going to see a bunch of targets. He's going to get peppered with short. He may end up with 6 catches for 30 yards, but it's still 6 catches. So, and the other one we already mentioned is Sterling Shepard. And Shepard is going to be extremely chalky. But obviously in cash that doesn't matter. So he's very cheap price wise, and without Ingram there, and with Beckham probably drawing a lot of attention, Shepard's going to be open and he's going to probably get targets this week. I'm in full disclosure, I'm probably fading Shepard just because he's going to be so high owned. I like fading low priced, high owned receivers. That's one of the things I'll do almost every week.
Who are the Jets playing this week?
Jets are playing Jacksonville.
No way, dude.
So, yeah, I don't know. I don't avoid Jacksonville like I was telling you earlier. I'm avoiding Chicago more than I'm avoiding Jacksonville this year. So
I wouldn't even. I don't care how many targets Numa's getting. No way. No thanks. Jack, that game's going to be. Did I call it last week? I told you last week that game was going to be low scoring.
What was it? 9-6 was the final score.
It's going to happen again, bro. You don't think it's not going to happen again?
I definitely could. It definitely could.
I mean, the only way that game goes crazy is if defensively there's some touchdowns or an interception or a fumble return for a touchdown, and then a punt return or a kick return for a touchdown. That's the only way that you're going to get a high-scoring game. That game's going to be low. I will not touch Enuma. Even if he was, you're going to kill me when I tell you this. If he was $3,000, I wouldn't touch him. I don't want nothing to do with him.
I'm just playing him because, like I said, he's cheap, and I know he's going to get targets regardless of defense who they're playing. Could it be a little scary? Yeah, because he does match up against Ramsey. But Ramsey's actually not his stats have gone. He's regressed quite a bit from last year.
Yes, but they don't have to put Ramsey on him alone, dude. He's the only receiver there.
Yeah, because Robbie Anderson hasn't been doing nothing.
That's my problem. So
Anderson's got to have a breakout game one of these days too. Maybe he's the guy to go to. But I just like Numa's just blowing in all my like analytical models I've been doing, and Numa's just been ending up at the top of like all of them. He's been like number one in like 3 of the models that I've written.
And I had a Numa a couple weeks ago, but then I got off of him.
So I don't know. Maybe you talked me out of him, but. Maybe I'll lower my exposure.
What do you expect that game to be, dude?
Yeah, no, that game. Let me see. What does Vegas have that game at? It's very, very low.
It's got to be 32, and I'm just guessing.
No, it's 38.5, but
that's too much. That's too much.
The implied total for the Jets is 15.5. That's the lowest of all the teams on the whole slate.
Yeah, I'll take the under in that game, please. I should gamble, dude. I don't bet on the damn sports because I don't feel like driving to Delaware Park. So I should gamble because every time I've talked about gambling, I would have won. I mean, yeah. Okay, well, what you got? Any other wide receivers?
One more tournament play I like. Antonio Callaway, Browns receiver. He should have had a touchdown last week, possibly 2, if Tyrod didn't have a noodle arm. If Baker Mayfield would have been in there in the first half, and Callaway would have had 2 touchdowns last week. I know we brought this up, I think last week or the week before. This year, he's the second fastest guy on the field in the entire NFL behind Tyreek Hill. And that says a lot because there's a lot of fast guys in this league. So he's there to take the top off the defense, and I think Mayfield's got a great arm. And I think we'll see, but I think I'm hoping we can see those Jared Goff type of throws from last night where he just hits those guys in stride like it's nothing, just beautiful passes. I'm actually excited to watch the Browns this week. It's the first time in years. So
I like the Brown. I like Landry and I like Callaway. I mean, Landry gets chops, dude. You talk about target share.
He's really good. Landry he's the best receiver we've had there in a long time. So he's another one I'll probably be playing.
He was the best receiver for that Miami's had in a long
That's
time.
a good point.
I mean, they got rid of him, but all right. Well, that's it for wide receivers. Right. I only have a few tight ends. So
it's funny. I'm struggling with tight end this week. I have like a ton of guys I like, and I'm not usually tight end guy.
Well, then let me go first because I'll be done in a minute.
Go ahead.
Now this is all price wise. Right now, I know he's playing Chicago's defense, but dude, I like OJ Howard. I think I watched him. He's physical. He's big. He can catch. I like the guy. I like Njoku. Now, Njoku has burnt me every week because I've had him every week, except last week I didn't have him.
But he didn't do much, but still, he did get some targets from Mayfield when he came in. So
I'm going back to the well with Njoku. I like Kittle. And I really, really like Jared Cook, man. I really like him. So that's it.
Browns have been notoriously bad against tight end for the last few years. It's gotten a little better this year, but I still think it's only 3 games in, small sample. So yeah, I like the Jared Cook play as well.
Yeah, so that's it. That's all I got for tight end. I like Burton, a little dude, but he doesn't seem like Trubisky just doesn't like him. I don't know.
That's that. I don't know. That offense has got to find themselves. They really do.
Well, I think they're keeping Burton in to block. That's what I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. So that's it for me on tight ends, man.
I'll go here. I'm going back to the Eric Ebron well. Oh, he burned me bad last week. He dropped 2 touchdowns.
He's gonna burn you again, bro.
He had 11 targets last week, and he did have 5 catches for 33 yards because we all know Andrew, after watching them put in what was it?
For the 50-yarder.
Brissett, that's right. Because Luck's arm is so shot, they didn't trust him to throw a pass down the field. That actually made me like Ebron even more because it's like, okay, this dude can't play the T.Y. Hilton game that he used to play, where it's you just get T.Y. Behind the defense 2 or 3 times a game and just put it in his hands. That's not going to happen now. So it's like, what's he going to do? He's going to throw underneath. So I'm going back to it. I mean, this would be here's the thing: if Ebron catches both those balls last week, he's the chalkiest tight end of the year this week. He was chalky last week. He would be even more chalky this week. But because he burned everybody last week, no one's going to play him this week. So I have him at like 15% right now, which is actually pretty high for a tight end. Yeah. But it's not 40% like it was last week.
What's Cook, Howard, and Kittle?
I got Cook at like 5 to 10. I got Kittle's going to be probably 2-ish, 2 to 3%. Kittle, I like. We talked about this off the air. CJ Beathard likes Kittle. He liked him last year when he came in. I think he actually threw him a touchdown pass last year. He had 7 targets last week against Kansas City. I don't know how many of those were with Beathard in there after Jimmy G got hurt, but
Jimmy G.
I think that Kittle's going to play. The one other one that I like that's kind of I feel like flying under the radar is Jimmy Graham. He's been. Let me read you his. Week 1 he had 4 targets. Week 2 he had 8, and week 3 he had 7. So he's seeing some volume. He's been really low owned every week too. It's just a matter of time before Rodgers starts to find him in the end zone.
Yeah, I'm just not sure. So I think, dude, he looks every time I see him, he's on an injury report.
Yeah, he does have trouble staying healthy. You're
and he looks slow as hell.
Yeah, and then
he looks slow. I don't know. I love Jimmy Graham's size. Okay, the guy is huge and he's strong, but I just don't think he's as fast as he was before, man. I think he's lost a few steps.
I think you're probably right, but I still like him just because Green Bay can. You never know. I mean, they can put up a 50 spot on you in the blink of an eye, and I don't know. I just like the spot he's in. I mean, they're playing Buffalo. It's at Green Bay. I mean,
am I the only one that's going to have Njoku?
I think you might. I got him at like 5 to 6%.
Right. I was saying, am I the only one that's going to have Njoku?
So I tell you who I'm going to have a bunch of. The one other one that's going to have no ownership this week is Ben Watson. The Giants are terrible against tight ends. Ben Watson's just been getting targets.
Yeah, that guy's like 50 years old.
He's so old. I was just going to say that. He's not got a ton, but it's gone up every week. He went 4 to 5 to 6 targets in the last 3 weeks. So
I think a baby crawling is faster than that.
He is pretty slow, isn't he?
He is so slow. I can't believe you don't like OJ Howard.
I'm just afraid of Chicago, man. I'm fading Tampa Bay this week completely. Chicago's defense has just looked too good to me.
Messing with.
Man, what did Oakland do? I'm sorry. I'm never gonna be able to get over that one because I sent you that last week. What was that stat? I gotta find it here. It made me laugh.
Scored the whole day.
Mac has more turnovers and sacks by himself than the entire Oakland defense does for the season.
That's funny.
Isn't that ridiculous?
Eat that, Gruden.
Yeah, that just sucks, man. They should have never got rid of him. I'm glad they did because the Browns are playing them this week, and yeah.
I think the Browns might win, dude.
Oh, here it is. Khalil Mack by himself, 3 sacks, 3 forced fumbles on the season. The Raiders as a team, 3 sacks, 1 forced fumble on the season.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's great. So, and then chalky that I would probably play in cash this week if you can fit him in is Gronk. Miami's defense is notoriously terrible against tight ends. They have been again this year.
You said that, and see, that's a problem with my stacks. Like when I look at Odell Beckham, and I guess I should just, from us doing the show, we both learn a lot. And I guess the simple answer to me is, Gronk is like $7,000 and Odell's like 9,600. I mean, Odell's up there, not 9,600, but he's up there.
Yeah. I think it's 89.
Yeah, and there's no way that anybody can say that, I cannot sit here and say that Beckham's going to outscore Gronk, because Gronk could easily outscore Beckham for $2,000 or $2,500 less.
Well, everyone's been double and triple teaming Gronk every week. He actually talked about it in one of the press conferences this week.
And that'll probably
really frustrating him.
Yeah,
it's working. It's worked the last 2 weeks.
Until Edelman, and wait till next week, dude. Watch. All of a sudden, everybody's healthy.
Everyone's
healthy. Gordon's healthy. They're all healthy.
Oh my gosh, that team's going to be firing on all cylinders again. They're not even going to need to play defense.
I know. And then some goofy quarterback will beat him in the Super Bowl. He's not even the starting quarterback in the NFL no more.
He looks so bad.
Two crappy weeks.
So bad the first 3 weeks.
He looks like he's he looks terrible. I don't understand. Maybe he exposed that New England. Obviously, New England's defense is terrible, dude. Because that's the way. I mean, that's it. Look, Tom Brady dropped the wide open touchdown pass. He should have caught that. I mean, he was wide open. The ball. I mean, there was like no reason for not to touch that. That's the reason they lost the Super Bowl. And then they come into this year, and everybody's just exposing that defense. So I think Nick Foles exposed how terrible New England's defense is, and now everybody's doing it. So,
I think you might be right.
Yeah. All right. Well, we know kicker. Look, DraftDaily.com.
Let's do defense real quick. I got a couple defenses I really like this week. I can go quick.
Okay. Well, let's just go kicker. Look, pick a kicker, man. Just pick one. That's it. Go ahead with defenses.
I'll say it again, like I say every week: warm weather or indoors, Texas, California, or domes. That's how I pick kickers. It really does work. It's worked for me this year. It's worked in the past. Worked on my season-long teams for sure. So yeah.
And what about defense?
Okay, defense. I really, really like the Indianapolis Colts defense this week.
That's so funny.
Houston is bad. Their offensive line is bad. Really bad. Indy is an underrated defense that, yes, they're young, but man, they have looked really good so far this year.
Yeah,
so
they have looked pretty good.
They're going to be, they would probably even be a cash play for me this week. They're priced way down. They're only like 2,200. So I really like them. I'll give you 2 more that I really like. One is kind of chalky. Tennessee. They are playing Philly, but Philly hasn't shown us anything yet this year. Alshon looks like he's not going to be playing again. Wentz is still not going to be Wentz, and Nelson Aguilar is just not a number 1 receiver. He's proven that at this point this year. So
and Tennessee's beaten team. They're beaten team.
Their defense is golden.
Teams. Dude, yep. Playoff teams.
Look at they held Bortles their 2 field goals last week. They beat them.
They did
that Tennessee team beat Jacksonville last week after Jackson.
And they beat Houston the week before.
Yeah.
That made Deshaun Watson walk off the field crying.
With their defense too, because Mariota hasn't done anything. He can't feel his arm as he's throwing the ball. So I mean, it's like
he can't feel his arm. He's like,
all right. And then the other one, there's 2 more. Obviously Chicago, because I've been talking them up. I'm going to be pairing Chicago and Jordan Howard. And then I'm going to be pairing Jacksonville with Fournette if he plays. And then the last one that I think is kind of sneaky is Arizona. And Arizona's another one. It's just because who they're playing. Seattle's offensive line is worse than Houston's. I didn't think that would be possible, but they really are. Russell Wilson is dropping back and running for his life on every play. And it's just one of those things where, you know, when you apply pressure to a quarterback, not only do you get sacks, but you get rushed passes. Interceptions go up as your successful pressure rate goes up. So you give yourself a better chance of getting interceptions and then interception returns for touchdowns and things like that. So I love targeting teams against bad offensive lines. So Arizona and Indy are my two for this week for that. So.
Now, give me an update on Doug Baldwin, because last update I read, it said he was playing.
They still don't know if he's going to play. No, they did. Okay, so they said he's going to play, but I don't know. He's coming back off a knee injury.
Well, that's not the point here. If you're telling me that Peterson is going to be on Baldwin, dude, Tyler Lockett might be a sneaky, freaky play this week.
That could be. That's a good call. I like that.
Yeah, Tyler Lockett could be.
Baldwin. Peterson will for sure be on Baldwin. So, and then the guy opposite Peterson, Jamar Taylor, he's been terrible so far this year for the Cardinals. So,
dude, I think we found another sneaky play.
I like that a lot. Good find.
Mm-hmm. That's what it's all about. That's how you win these things.
I'm checking Tyler Lockett off on my list right now. You're right that you know Baldwin will draw some attention because he's Doug Baldwin and he's Russell Wilson's go-to. And yeah, I like that. Good call.
Yeah,
okay.
I like that too. All right. Well, that being said, let's just go over real fast. We got a couple minutes. We got a couple minutes. What's your sneakiest play at quarterback, running back, and wide receiver, and then we'll be done. Oh wait. Before that, you have Arizona. My defense that right now I have and everything is the New York Jets. So I'll just let everybody know right now. I don't believe in Jacksonville's offense. They won't give an answer on Blunt. Bortles sucks. I don't care what anybody says. I'm waiting for the 4 interception game.
I'm playing Bortles this week.
So Bortles' 4 interception game is coming. I think the Jets are just a team to do it. I like the Jets defense, baby. Jets. That's who I'm going with. All right.
I could live with that. I'm not as strong as a believer in the Jets actual defense as a whole yet. I don't know. They just scare me. But you might be right, man. You might be right. Yeah.
10 points a week at $2,300.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair.
I like these averages too. Okay, good. So I think that's it, dude. Let's just build a lineup. And the heck with, we already told everybody our sneaky play.
Yeah, my quarterback sneaky play is Tannehill. I'm gonna play quite a bit.
Mine is Eli.
That's cool. Yeah. Tannehill's gonna be probably 1% owner. Eli's gonna be like 2 or 3. So those definitely constitute sneaky. So yeah. Okay, cool. Let's do it.
All right. Oh, we're gonna have to wait to log in. I gotta log in.
Oh, we were gonna talk about stacks real quick. While you're doing that, I'll talk about stacks. Cool. I mentioned 2 of them already. Like I said, I really like pairing Jacksonville's defense with Fournette. If he plays right now, he's game time decision. He did practice twice this week, so I think he is. The other one I said I liked is Jordan Howard with the Bears defense for running back defensive stacks. Quarterback, wide receiver, we kind of talked about it already. I think stacking Andy Dalton with his receivers and even running it back with one of the Atlanta guys is a good idea. Matt Ryan, Deshaun Watson, the same thing. Pair them up. When you play these quarterbacks, especially in tournaments, you really always want to at least put one of their receivers in there, potentially 2, and then potentially running it back with one of the receivers from the other team. So yeah, I think I like that. I like Dalton, Ryan, and Watson stacks, and then like I said, the defense running back stacks that I mentioned. So.
All right. Well, I like Kenyon Drake, man, and I'm probably gonna get burnt, but oh well, it is what it is.
Would you stack Drake with Miami's defense, or is that just too unnerving against New England?
Yeah, no thanks. I'm sticking with my.
I don't think I'd do it either.
I like sticking with one defense now. It's just something I like doing. All right, let's go to draftdaily.com and remember, draftdaily.com is easy to sign up. It's easy to deposit. Fantasy Gold is powered by Fantasy Gold, and come join Draft Daily. We have a 100% deposit bonus for new signups. We have refer a friend bonus. We have all kinds of great things.
Put it this way: if you would have played on Draft Daily last week and won, the cryptocurrency coins that you would have won almost doubled in price already as of today.
Yeah, and that's big. So your money literally doubles.
Yeah, right.
So,
Dude,
all right.
I pull that off DraftKings and FanDuel. Give me double my money in my account right now. Go ahead. Let's see how fast they
or any other fantasy site. All right, let me screen share. Make sure I do this right here. I think I did application window. Yeah.
I'm still seeing you.
Yeah, I'll just do this. Now, what are you seeing? Oh, you're not.
I'm seeing like I'm in the Matrix. Yeah, there we go. You got my window up now.
Is it the Matrix?
It was. It stopped now, but.
Do you see Draft Daily?
Mm-mm.
Now, hold on. Let's see. Screen share. I don't know why my entire screen. No, application window. Well, I wonder why this doesn't show. Well, that's okay. We'll do this. Application window share. Okay, good. Is it the Matrix?
Yes.
Why does it keep going to the Matrix? I mean, I'm not Neo. I'm doing application window. Please don't be. It's not the Matrix.
No, there's the YouTube page now.
Yeah, it's not the Matrix. Good. Thank goodness. Because I was getting a little bit sick of the Matrix there. And let me close this out, log in, and we'll be good to go. All right. Let's go here. Let's go to draftdaily.com, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Like I said, draftdaily.com, easy to sign up. It's easy to do everything here. All right. Oh, wait. You see I put in the username? Oh, my God. How'd you like that one? That was a good, wasn't it?
Hey, it's Friday night, and if you have been in our Discord all week, you've seen how much Jason's done this week. He gets a pass.
All right, let's go enter. Oh, wait, Chris, we forgot to do something. For those of you guys watching, you get a free entry into the FGC touchdown. The ticket code is Draft Daily, all caps. So for those of you who have watched this video or are watching, the free ticket code is Draft Daily, all caps. And like Chris said, you had already doubled your money. So what are you waiting for? Come play with us. Yeah, now I got to do my lineup and show everybody because they wind. So, look, I'm going to do 2 lineups. I'll just do one for you and one for me because I have to use this lineup in all my contests. Everybody thinks I'm that good at fantasy sports. I suck, man. I'm not that good. Come on. Now, I'll do this one and then Chris will do the next one. So, this is going to be my lineup for all my contests, by the way. So look at this. Oh man, I love you. Eli Manning. Alvin Kamara. Thank you very much. Had David Johnson. What the heck? Okay, I'm backing that off. You hear my dog going crazy?
Dog's fired up.
Yeah, he is. Okay, there's Saquon Barkley. Now you know how I build my teams. I go here and I do this. I love my Jets, man. Kicker. I hope Lambeau's down here at the bottom. No, he's not. So I would go with Lambeau's right here. I'll go with Lambeau. My tight end is going to be, look at Vance McDonald, all them points he had. Remember that? Yeah, remember, Draft Daily, we have Pittsburgh in here.
Yeah, we have the Sunday night game.
Yeah. So, that's always good. I'm going to go with my man if I find him. Not OJ. I'm going to go with Cook, man. I like Jared Cook, dude. Now I'm 56.50 per player. I'm going to be able to do what I want here. I can tell you right now. There's Odell Beckham. Bam! I love me some Odell. I'll go to this flex position, and I will go down here to the bottom. And let's see. There's a lot of choices, dude, but there's none like that. Look at this lineup I'm building, bro. I'm going to go here.
Yeah. I like it so far.
Yeah, look at Callaway.
Stacking up that Giants New Orleans game is probably a good thing to do.
Yeah, buddy. All right, now we're in. Dude, I like him so much. I can't get away from him. Look at all the money I have left. Look at all the money I have left, dude. I have $1,400 left. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of bread. I wonder if I can upgrade my tight end. Is it possible? No, it's not possible. Because I'd love to have Ertz in there. Oh, well, it is what it is. I don't care about usage. These guys are going to have high usage everywhere else. I guess I'll stick with my boy, and I'll go away from that. And I'll go here to I don't like any of these guys. Oh, well, let's just do this. There we go. That's it. That's going to be my lineup for every contest on DraftDaily.com. So if you want to come try to beat me, come try to beat me. My suggestion to you is to pick one of these players and change it up, even if it's tight end, and that way you have a shot to beat me. I'm such a dork. All right, but this is my lineup for DraftDaily.com. This will be my lineup for all my contests. So if you can't beat me, then shame on you. There you go. Continue. Let's go to here. If you can't beat me, then shame on you. All right, let's do your lineup, Chris.
All right.
You see it, right?
Yep. I'm going to start out with Drew Brees and Alvin Kamara as my basically my QB receiver stack. Because Kamara is basically a receiver that lines up as a running back. I'm going to go off the board for my second running back pick. It's actually somebody I want to talk about again, but because I'm the only one that likes to play him, I don't like giving him out as advice to play, and that's LaShawn McCoy. Mainly because nobody's going to play him.
It's going again.
No one's going to. First of all, he was injured. He's coming back this week. But they're another one. They've got a rookie quarterback in there, which means he's going to be captain check down. And I love checkdowns to LaShawn McCoy because he gets receiving yards and he gets catches. And yeah. So, Julio.
Oh, Julio.
Julio's another one, like I said earlier. I don't think he's gonna have that much ownership. I just think I think people are just done with Julio. I've seen that a lot. Let's see here. Who else? I wanted to get some exposure to that Miami New England game. So how about Kenny Stills?
Yeah, sure. Why my computer freeze? You kidding me?
You're still on.
Well, my mouse isn't moving. Is the mouse moving on your screen?
I don't see it anymore.
Yeah. What the heck is going on? Why do we have one problem every week? It's not the site, it's my computer. Man, we were rolling fast too. Are you kidding me?
Here, let's see if I share my window. Did it work? Okay.
No, my mouse is frozen.
I'm screen sharing now. You try to figure out what's going on there. All right. So I got Stills in there. I threw in Lutz, and just to kind of pair with that game stack I'm doing there, because I just think that total's going to be high. And the Colts D, like I mentioned earlier. I think I'm going to get another piece of the New Orleans passing game because I got to go down on price a little bit here if I want to fit Gronk in, and so I'm going to put Ted Ginn in. Ginn's been a sneaky play every week so far. Really like him. So let me see. Can I fit Gronk, or is he going to be too much? He's going to be a little too much there. Okay, so we got to go down at tight end a little bit. I'm going to go Kittle. I really like Kittle this week. I just CJ Beathard seems to like Kittle. He likes throwing to him. So that's why I'm doing that. And then I've got 5,200 left here for My flex position. Hey, the site's running a lot better on my computer today. There we are. James White. Sold. And there's my lineup for the week. I'm going to go ahead and put this one in the big tournament. Here we go real quick. More time. Breeze, Kamara, McCoy, Julio Jones, Kenny Stills, Ted Ginn, George Kittle, James White, Will Lutz, and the Colts D. Go ahead and put that in. And I'm just going to put it in the tournament. Yeah, so cool. You still there?
Yeah, I'm right here. That was fast, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, except my whole computer's locked off. Oh my God.
Okay, well, I mean, everybody can hear me.
Yeah, you sound fine. So.
Okay, well, thanks for joining Chris and Jay in the Draft Daily Fantasy Show, and well,
good luck, everybody this week.
Yeah, I'll be in our Discord Sunday afternoon during the football games. Because I just watch the Red Zone on my computer through Comcast and Xfinity. So
yeah, Red Zone's the best. Yeah, we're all there. We're all there on Sunday. Sunday, kind of yucking it up. Talking about the games and the big plays and stuff. It's kind of fun. So definitely check out our Discord channel. It'll be in the description of this video, and it's pretty good. So it's pretty enjoyable.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. Remember, the code for DraftDaily.com is Draft Daily, all caps, and get your free entry. Sign up is easy. Deposits are easy. Everything's easy, man. We're the number one crypto for fantasy sports, and soon we'll be the number one crypto for esports also. We'll be the number one crypto for a bunch of things, man. Guarantee it. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you later. All right, Chris, I'll talk to you, buddy.
All right. See ya.
All right, bye.
Hi everyone, I just went to check my prayer box and I found a little box in my P.O. box. Remavius Tobias, Akio Patriot.
Red hot. Second time he's had it. Throws.